Hello, everybody. I'm just getting my camera set up, making sure it's at a high enough angle. I haven't done a live on YouTube in a while, so I'm just making sure everything is here and in frame. So thank you, everybody, for joining me today. I'm hoping that I can still see comments so I can answer them as we're working through doing our stamping for beginners. So I have everything ready here. I have my polishes out, my plates, and I'm going to be stamping on these full covers. I thought it'd be easier so that I have my hands free to really show you guys, how to pick up different images and everything. And it'd be easier than finagling around and messing around trying to do them on my own hands. I am using the Apres Gel X tips. These are in natural almond here. And I finally found out my nails have builder gel on right now, so they're pretty long on their own. But I tried the Apres size 000, and those those actually fit me shockingly on my thumb. My thumb literally is a 000. So I was excited to find those. And hi everybody. Brenda, Colleen, for anyone that is coming on here, if you comment on today's live, you will be entered into a giveaway with SJ3 Designs. It's the company that does these really awesome, these little press-on nail stands. So like, watch this. This is like this. So, I mean, these press-on nail stands are, hey, Bianca, hey, Michelle. Hey, Lindsay, Lulu, hi. So these press-on nail stands are like, I mean, look at this. Like, are you kidding me? This is like way sturdier. So I wanted to show you guys these because they are going to do a giveaway. We're going to do a giveaway at the, it's open through for anybody who can't watch all this, who comments later on the video. This is for anyone and it'll be open and it won't close until Sunday night. So if you watch this later, you can still enter. Now, I tried to make this so that it would go sideways, that it would show up sideways. Can you guys see it sideways? If somebody could let me know before I go too far into it. So I wanted to make sure that I give you guys like the basics of what are some of the things that you need to stamp at home. Oh, good, Brenda, thank you. Okay, so some of the basics that you need when you're stamping at home. You need a plate, and this one is a big one. I wanted to do show you a bunch of different images, and it has this little card that goes with it. This one is from Uber Chic. It just is releasing. It's Tropic Like It's Hot. I can't even talk today. So you definitely, hey Stephanie, you definitely want to have your stamping plate. Then you also want to have some kind of, jelly stampers. So the jelly stampers can be a bunch of different sizes. These are the two main sizes that I work with. These are from Maniology. I love the little cubes. And then this one, I cannot remember where I got it from. You can see it is very well loved. I need to find some new ones. Hey, Lisa. So you want your stamping plate, your jelly stampers, and then it's best for me, like especially if you're starting new, to have clear ones. This way you can see where you're stamping on your nails. I tried to use ones that have like a covered bottom, and it didn't work for me. Like I already, even with being able to see where I'm placing it, I still end up placing it like all over. So then you need some kind of scraper, and there's a bunch of different scrapers. I typically go for the heavier duty ones. If you are like me and are a little bit heavier handed and you tend to do things a little bit wild, having these like heavier duty scrapers, like this one is smaller, but it's real solid too. That works better than some of the really small ones that don't scrape as hard. So like I got this one off of Amazon, and look at this. I mean, that versus something like this that's barely moving. I would not. Hi from Virginia. Hello from Pennsylvania. This one I would not recommend, like a really flimsy scraper. That's just going to frustrate you. I still get frustrated. I've been stamping for, I'm trying to think how many years it's been. I know I started doing my nails back in July of 2019. And then I tried stamping not long after that, and the stamping just went terribly. And so I gave up for like a year until my friend Lena, who does her nails too, she like gave me all the tips and tricks. Then I got back into stamping. So it's been a few years. Oh my gosh, hi from Australia. Wow. Hello from Pennsylvania in the United States. That's awesome seeing you guys come from all over the place. Okay, so we have our stamping plates. You need a nice strong scraper, jelly stampers, and then you obviously need your stamping polishes. So if you're just starting out, if you are just starting out with stamping and you don't want to like go all out in it, the basics that you're going to need are, if you get black and white, that is a great way to start getting into stamping. Hey, Missy. Oh, wait, let's see. Stephanie said, I'm sure, oh, Maniology has a clearance section that has scrapers. Oh, awesome. Okay. And oh, right now, Uber Chic is running a huge sale. I obviously couldn't help myself and bought a whole bunch more plates. They're having, it's like some stuff is up to 50% off and you don't even have to put a code in. So I, of course, bought myself a whole bunch more plates because, you know, like 100 or whatever plates that I have, that's clearly not enough. So anyways, the other things that you definitely need are, you need some kind of sticky base and a smudge-free top coat. Hi, Hadley. Hi, Che. Okay, so your sticky base, Che, we're gonna start stamping. This is like the go time, Che. We're learning tonight. When you have your sticky base, you can use sticky base with dip nails, with gels, with nail polish. It works for all of them. And then you want to have a smudge-free top coat. Sorry, my mind blanked. You want to have a smudge-free top coat if you're not using gels, because you'll put that over top of the stamped image to make sure that it's sealed in nicely. So I mostly do dip nails besides like my builder gel here that I have on now. And something else that I really like to have is this nail art barrier. So some people call it like a peel off mask, a liquid latex. Any of those work. I have to use latex free. So Uber Chic has latex free, as does Maniology. Let me grab mine. So Maniology and Uber Chic both have latex free ones that I use. I absolutely love using this on my skin. You also can use these things right here. I don't know, they're called like skin protectors. But if you're really like awkward and clumsy, I would not recommend these. I have them sitting there. I've used them for a while, but typically what ends up happening is they like get all over the place on me and like roll up. So I don't really use these anymore. Something else that you definitely want are cotton balls, because what you're going to use the cotton balls for is to clean your stamping plate. So something to note, let me see if I can get this up. I probably should have taken it off first. Okay, because my nails are kind of curved on the edges. So definitely don't do what I did on a plate before and try to stamp with the blue stuff over. Don't do that. Let me think, what else do you not want to do? So Uber Chic sometimes does these 2 layers of it on there. Let me get this off. Do not stick do not use a metal tool to try to pull this off, because then you're just going to ruin your design, or you're going to ruin your stamping plate and scrape it up. Okay. So now you can see this is what the stamping plate should look like. Some companies, like Uber Chic gives you, Uber Chic gives you these little design themes, so like you can see where it's going to look like on your nails, which are really nice to see like what size everything's going to be. So something else that you definitely need, you need some kind of acetone, and I like to have it in a pump bottle. I'm actually allergic to acetone, so I have to be careful when I touch it. I just get itchy skin and bumps, not that that's good. So I use tweezers. I have I have this really nice tweezer thing. Let me show you. I have this one, but if you know me, you know I'm really rough on everything. And somehow I broke this. Like I was like jamming it in so hard that I like twisted these little things up. So I need to get a new one of these. But of course I forgot in my order today. So I just use tweezers and then pick up the cotton balls and, you know, squirt it on that and clean off my stamping plate. The other thing that I like to have too is this has isopropyl alcohol in it. This is nice for if you accidentally like you mess up your design when you put it on, you can just quick, like, so I spray my nail real quick, you know, like with the isopropyl alcohol, like, and then wipe it off. I use lint-free wipes. I have this cute little container where I keep my lint-free wipes. I'm almost out of white. Whoops. And I just switched to these cute pink ones. This is from SJ3 Designs too. This is the company that's going to be doing the giveaway later on after this live, couple days later. So make sure you guys comment. All right, now let's get started. So I thought it would be nice to do, I have two solid whites here. This is dip powder down here. You can use gels, you can paint your nails with the stamping polish, nail polish, all those work when you're doing stamping. So if you're using dip powder, what you want to do if you're using dip powder and dip liquids is you want to dip the whole way up to when you do your activator step. You do your activator, you let it harden your nails, and then you buff file shape, make it nice and smooth, and then you spray your nails with alcohol, and then you can start in with a stamping. If you're using gels to dip, and you're using gels in general, what works really nicely is if you do your last layer as gel base and then you can stamp over it. Now, some people like to wipe off the tacky layer on the stamping on the gel and then do a layer of, of sticky base, put it down, and then do their stamping and then do the gels over top. Let's see, I just got one of those along with the striping tape you recommended. Oh, yes. The striping tape is awesome. I use the striping tape from Amazon because I refuse, or their line stickers, because striping tape is the devil, literally. Striping tape is so hard to use. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to put gloves on because I'm going to like touch a bunch of stuff and make this messy. So I don't want to get stamping polish all over my hands. If you guys have seen any of my videos that I stamp in, I usually have polish all over my skin because I, don't really get concerned about it and it gets everywhere. Okay, so I got my gloves on. Yes, the line stickers. Okay, so this is how I start off by prepping my plate. And let me oops, oh geez. I'm like dropping things already over here. All right, I have this little sticker thing that you can roll your stamps on. And if you don't have one of those, that one's from Uber Chic. You can also, I need to clean this. Look, there's a stamped image that I messed up. Your messy is your first name, yes. So you can take, if you don't have one of those little like roller things I just showed you, you can just take a lint roller, and this is how I prep my stamp. I literally just like go like that, roll it over the sticky, or lint roller, whatever these things are called. I forget words a lot. So when I'm doing all of my voiceovers, it's nice because I can just, fix my goofy words that I say and like re-record something. But live like this, you guys get my unfiltered, unedited, forgetful, very forgetful brain with you tonight. All right. So this is how I just prep my stamps, and now I'm going to prep my plate. So I just do a little squirt here, and then, oh crap. And then very gently go over the plate. Even though it's brand new, I still like to go over it with, what the heck's it called? Brie! You like the unfiltered version of Nicole? Yeah, she's a little goofy and a little bit unhinged. And always tired. I'm always tired. I have 3 kids. Of course, I'm always tired. Okay. So now it's nice and clean and it's dry. Oh, let me see if I can, there we go. Is that better? Now there's not that weird glare on this. All right. So Oh, what did he say? Okay, let's see. Lint roller. Oh, got dogs, cats. I don't I don't have animals. I actually am allergic to dogs and cats and like lots of animals. But I have 3 kids, so like they're basically animals. Because they're wild. Shocker, my kids are wild. I don't know. Maybe somebody would be surprised that my children aren't like calm and quiet. I don't think that's possible for me to have calm, quiet children. All right. So first we're going to do just like a basic image. And hey, Stacy, and what you can do if you want to work really quickly, then you want to use sticky base first. If you want to take it, if you want to work really quickly, you have with stamp. Well, I can't talk. If you like to work really quickly, you can use sticky base, or you don't have to. If you work really slow, then you definitely want to use sticky base, but time it correctly. So what I mean by that is when you're using sticky base, like let's put some on one of these right here. Okay. So I'm putting my sticky base on. Now, we don't want that to be totally dry. You want it to be tacky. So when the sticky base is tacky, it's going to give you a better adhesion. So let's pick an image that's a little bit bigger so you can really like see it pop on there. Okay, let's try this one. And I'll do it in black stamping polish. Okay. So let's talk about how much stamping polish you want to put on. When you're putting the stamping polish on, if I put a ton of polish on, it's going to flood the image and you're not going to pick it up well. If you put on just enough to cover it, scrape down quickly. Oh crap, I forgot. Dang it. I gotta work fast. Okay, I like to have paper towels sitting here. So, and then you're going to want to roll over the image. Okay, so I rolled over and picked up, crud, come on, light. I picked up the image and look at that. So you want to scrape like at a 45-degree angle quickly, and then I waited too long on that. Shoot, where's my tape? I forgot to get the tape out. I brought everything but the tape. Okay, so now let's press it down. And look at that. Ooh, look at this. So I didn't get all of it off, but look at how nice. Oh, I'm totally going to use this. So that is, so I'm going to do that again to show you guys, but I really need, where the heck did I put my tape? I'm looking through all my nail stuff. I like recently reorganized, but I'm not an organized person. So it's almost like worse because I forget where I put everything because I'm not organized. All right, I have washi tape. So normally what I do is I take the painter's tape or take the masking tape and just like take off any of the excess. But once it's on, it's a little harder to do. So let's see what people are saying. Okay, acetone will take off that little blip at the bottom. Yes, it does. Bree, you totally can long. The plates last. Honestly, I've had the plate since, I've had some of my plates since I first started stamping like 4 years ago or whatever. And the plates, I mean, I've never had a problem with a plate because it's metal. So let me wipe. So now you take your acetone and you wipe these off. So this is how you get it off. And there's all your acetone sitting here. So now I'm actually going to wipe it off here just to show you guys, like this is what I sometimes do. So let's see how this is over to the side and I wanted it in the middle. So here's what I would do if this was my nails. I would spray it a bunch of times, like basically soak it. I don't know if this is gonna work on, see, I use gels. Normally I'm doing it over not gels. I can use some acetone to wipe that off. I'm normally doing it over dip liquid, so it comes right off when I do that. And you can see in my videos me doing that. Okay, there we go. I'm just gonna wipe it off with some acetone. Okay, that's kind of messy. All right, let's see. If you have no art skills, which I don't have drawing skills. That was never my forte. This is so much better. Okay, we're gonna let that dry for a sec. I think this was the isopropyl alcohol. Yeah. Okay. All right, let's see. What's anybody else saying? I've always been intimidated by stamping, but you are making me think I could do it. Yay, yay. I love hearing all this. Listen, I am messy. I am sloppy. I do things really freaking wild, like in regular life, in nail life. If you see my videos, you know I drop crap all over the place. I like knock my dips over. If I can stamp, I truly, truly believe that everybody can stamp. So let's do this image. Let's do this image below it. And I'm going to show you what happens when you scrape too many times. Actually, you know what? Let's do the same image. But I'm going to show you guys what happens when you scrape too many times. Okay? Because I did that. And then you just plop it down. Look at that. It like, well, actually, dang it. I forgot. These plates are so dang good. It didn't pick it up quite as nicely. Man, there's still a glare. Okay. It picked it up, but not quite as nicely as the first one did. So let's say you picked all this up and you don't like how it looks. Watch this. Roll it, and it's ready to go for something else. That is, this right here is key. This is it. This is all you have to do. Thanks, Bree. I do. Oh, Megan, I'm so glad. Yes, stamping is so fun. I honestly, you know, life is way too short for me to be anybody but myself. I am, you know, what you see is what you get. I lost my mom a few years ago, and it just really made me realize that like none of anything else matters. So I'm just gonna be really, really myself all the time, whether people like it or not. So let's try a color, right? Look at this. Look at this pretty, I gotta shake it up a little. This is, oh, what was that first one? This was, no, not that. This was Uber Chic's Pure Black. I absolutely love their black and white. I'm really picky about black and white. These are awesome. And I've been loving, I have a crap ton of the clear jelly stampers of their little mini stamping polishes, because I can mentally justify like buying more of them, because I'm like, oh, well, each one is only, I don't remember how much these cost, but they're less than like a bigger one. So if I'm going to buy a bunch of colors, I'm going to buy a bunch of colors of the little ones. Okay. That's Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. You know, I have to be myself. I've been through enough to know that trying to not be myself just doesn't work for me. Okay. We're going to put this one away, and I'm going to show you one of these. And so you saw the best, like, this is a really good plate. So if I was using like a crappier Amazon plate, it's really, or like, cause I have them from like Amazon, Temu, Shein. I have plates from like everywhere. And, you know, when you buy like Uber Chic, Maniology, Clear Jelly Stamper, you're getting like much, much higher quality than you would off of like a cheap one. But let's say you have a cheap plate that doesn't pick up quite as well. You definitely want to make sure that you roll the stamper. So I'm going to apply this polish, and I'm going to apply it just over the image. And see, I'm not putting a ton, nothing crazy. And then I'm going to quick scrape. Now, I did a little bit funky thing there, so I'm just going to do a tiny quick one, and then I'm going to roll, and let's see what happens. Okay, so you see here, oh, dang, I don't know if you guys can see it. Okay, maybe if I had done it. When I did that second scrape, it scraped too much of the image off. So then the whole image didn't pick up. So now what I would do is I just go like this, and I'm like, okay, no big deal. No need to panic, because we definitely don't want to panic stamp. All right. I did panic stamping for a while too. I don't recommend panic stamping. If you panic stamp, you're not going to, like, your image is not going to pick up. You have to, which like clearly you can see I'm not panicky, but I'm just a fast talker. So if you do anything too wildly and fast, like if you scrape too aggressively, you're going to not pick up the image. So what I should have done was I just should have done that one scrape. So let's try it again. Wait, let's see what everybody's saying. I have so many stamping plates, just need more stamp polishes. Yes, yes, yes. Stamping polishes. I really love stamping. It's so much fun. That's why you have seen me doing it for a while. Okay, so now quick scrape, And let's grab this and let's roll. Now, that picked up, I'm going to try to get it so you guys can see it. That picked up so much nicer. Do I prefer any specific stamping polish brand for opacity and more color selection? I'm wanting to build my collection. Honestly, I will say that I've tried, so my 3 go-to brands are Uber Chic, Maniology, and Clear Jelly Stamper. I've tried a bunch of cheap stamping polishes and they just aren't worth it. I've tried some off Amazon. I got some off AliExpress. I don't remember, years ago I bought some and they just like literally did not work at all. So now you can take a piece of tape and I am lifting up all the other images around it. So, okay, so let's say the nice thing, like I really like the Uber Chic for black and white. And I use these so much that it's worth buying the bigger ones, especially right now because they're having a huge sale. And they also have the latex-free skin guard if you are allergic to latex, which I don't think I'm allergic, but it makes me itchy. So I don't know, maybe I am. And I like that Clear Jelly Stamper has a ton of these little ones because when I have all these, their colors, I don't need big bottles. Sometimes I buy the Maniology ones, but those are the 3 main ones that I buy for all of my stamping. And the qualities for all of them are great. So I'm going to show you now. If I tried to press this stamp down, there's no stickiness left. Look, it literally doesn't do anything. Okay. So your stamp dried. Now what? You're like, oh crap, what am I going to do? Okay. I'll show you a trick. If your stamp dries. So let's get our sticky base and we're going to apply it here to the nail. Okay. All right. And this might be a little hard to tell because I have gloves on. So normally I don't have gloves on, obviously, and I just like touch the side of my nail. So I'll just like gently tap the side of my nail. Oh, am I gonna put the names down over there? What names of the polishes I'm using? Is that what you want to know? I can give you the names of the polishes. So like, okay, but let me finish this first. So now my sticky base now it's just a little tacky. So watch this. Oh, crud. It was too wet. Okay. I have my gloves on. I couldn't tell. If you try to put it down when it's too wet and set it down, see, look, now it's stuck nicely. It was too wet when I tried it, but a couple more seconds and it picked up here. Okay. That's what I did. So because I have my gloves on, I can't tell if it's still how sticky it is. It wasn't quite ready for it to set down. It was too shiny. So once it looks a slight bit matte, not matte, but once it doesn't look so shiny, then you know it's ready. So like here, when I tried to stamp that first, wasn't ready. When I waited a couple more seconds, it was ready. That's actually one of the hardest things I've noticed to figure out exactly what it should feel like. And normally I'm so used to touching it with my bare hands. I know how to feel the sticky base of how tacky it should be so I can apply it and it works. So, this is okay. This is what happens. Okay, so some of the colors that I'm using, I'm going to talk about it because I don't know where I could write them. So, I guess I could put them in the description, but I can't do that till after the live posts, which I don't think will be tomorrow. Thanks, Stephanie. Okay, see ya. So this is Clear Jelly Stampers. N07 is part of their neon collection. I got a big pack of neons from them. And then I was using the Uber Chic Pure Black. So those were the 2 that I've used so far. And then Maniology is Sticky Base. I also have Clear Jelly Stamper Sticky Base too. I like that one. It's really nice. I just happened to grab the Maniology one. Just, I've got a bunch of different ones to play with. Okay. So now I'm going to show you guys how you can do a little bit bigger of an image. And when you're struggling with picking up images, ones like this that have a bit more area to pick up a stamp, this is going to be harder for a beginner. Ones like this, these are going to be easier for beginners. Harder, easier. Okay, harder ones like this that are solid, easier like one like this. And the reason that is because to get used to how much polish you need to put on one that's like this fuller, I guess you could call it, image, it takes a little bit more practice. So here I'm gonna do it with his pink nail. I'm gonna show you guys. So I'm gonna do it quickly because this is a layered stamp. So if I do it quickly, I shouldn't need to put sticky base down because I'm going to do it quickly. I can't remember. Okay, so let's just try to take the white. I'm going to show you what can happen on like a bigger image like that has a lot more space to grab. Okay, so you can already see here that a little bit of it's missing in there because I just didn't put, I scraped a little bit too hard and I took a little, took a little too much of the polish off. That's okay, because if you're gonna layer it on an image, that's not a problem. Okay, so you can see it went down and there's, like I missed a little bit right there, but let's put this flower over it and we'll pick, I want something to show up. All right, so I'll do it with the black so you can really see it. Okay, so that's, okay. Put the polish over, scrape down quick, wipe off that. Oops, forgot to roll that. I had some stuck. And this is stuck in. Okay, roll. Okay. This is why I like to have, I normally have masking tape by me, and you just use the tape, pull it off. Okay. And see, if you work quick, you don't, like I didn't even put sticky base down on this one because if you work quick, the polish is still wet. And then you have like your little layered stamp. So you can also do that. So if you have like these thicker images, these more filled in images, and you're struggling with that, you can just pick something that's going to cover up a majority of it. If you really like want to do layered stamping, that's always an option. So let's do some reverse stamping. I want to show you guys how easy that reverse stamping can be. Okay, so you know what? Let's see. All right. And I'll use one of these because I haven't used this one yet. So I just clean it real quick. All right, so let's reverse stamp. What can I reverse stamp? Okay, I'll reverse stamp this right here. And I'll do the black so you can see it, and I'll fill it in with a color. Okay. So I'm going to take my black stamping polish, and I just put enough to cover the image, scrape down quick at a 45-degree angle, and then let's see if I did it nice enough. Okay, so I roll over. All right, the nice thing about, I'm gonna move this a little bit out of the way. Oops, crap, I'm knocking all my stuff over. I do not wanna drop my acetone because I can't really clean that up since I'll get allergic to it. Okay. All right, so I take this off, and now what you want to do with reverse stamping is you want it to dry. See if I can get rid of that glare. No, it must be from my overhead lighting. Oh, okay, right there, it's less glary. All right, let me get a little nail art palette. I don't know where all my nail art palettes went. Oh, there's my, okay. Here's what I normally use. This tape right here. I just couldn't find it. I found it. All right. So with reverse stamping, you want to let your initial image dry. And then what you're going to go in and do is you're going to go in and fill in the little parts with different colors. So let's do some neons because these are super fun. All right, so these are the clear jelly stamper ones. This is Neon 01 and then the Neon 05. And I take like a little nail art palette, just drop a little bit of the stamping polish down. And then you can do a bunch of ways to fill them in. You can, if you want, this is the cheapest, you can use toothpicks and go like this. So just take your toothpick. And now what you have to be really, really careful about is you don't want to press anything, whatever you're using, toothpick Or I have little nail art. Let me find it. I have these little nail art brushes, so you can also, you know, color it in. You don't want to press so hard that you're pulling up the image underneath, and then you're basically just coloring in. So I know people have said to me like, oh, there's no way I can reverse stamp. I actually think that reverse stamping is easier because it's literally coloring in the lines. And like anywhere that the image is stamped underneath, you don't even have to worry about going over it because no big deal. That's not going to show up. So I'm going to quick fill this in. And these little, these brushes I really love. Pretty sure they're from Maniology. Okay. So I filled in that flower. And let's fill in, let's do some blue. Oh, see you, Brenda. Hi, Rosa. Thanks for joining. Okay, so we're gonna do some blue. And I'm just wiping off my brush over here. I could have cleaned it nice, but I didn't really feel like it. So now I'm gonna do some blue. And you just don't ever want to press down. You just like barely want to be setting the stamping polish down. Okay. Oops, I dragged a little bit over here. That's okay. All right, so now let's get some green in for the flower petals. So this was Neon 06, still part of all the clear jelly stamper neons. Okay. Oh, did I? Yeah, I said, okay. Okay, and then put a little green down here. I like to work color by color. When I don't do that, I tend to mess up more. So I have to like remind myself, just work color by color when you're doing the reverse stamping. And then we'll let this dry while we go through some more stamping little tips and tricks. Because you want your reverse stamp to be totally dry before you apply it to your nail. Okay. All right. So look at that. Oh my gosh, look how cute that is. I love this. I feel like this really needs to go on my nails, not on these full covers. How did you draw that? So I did not draw any of this. This is a stamped image. So it's this stamp. Which one is this? It's this one right here. This is the stamping plate that I use. So let me move some of this out of the way. We're gonna move this up here to dry, and I'll clean this off and show you the stamping plate that I used so you can see it. Gotta find my acetone. Okay, so I just put some acetone on here, and then I clean off the old stamping polish that was on there. And I have to be honest, I'm not great at cleaning off the acetone, or cleaning off the stamping plate. I have sometimes left stamping polish on a plate for months, and it's fine. I don't recommend doing that, but I have. So I stamped this image right here. How do you correct a mistake with the reverse stamping? Can you, or do you have to start over? So making a mistake with reverse stamping, the downside to that is once you make a mistake, it's a little bit harder to fix. Now, like right here, I got a little bit of the blue outside the line. So I'll just take this toothpick and like pick up some of this polish. So now that little blue spot that was sticking out isn't sticking out anymore. Oh man, I really love these colors together. Okay, so Rosa, I'm gonna show you how you pick up an image with a stamp, like where this came from, because I can't draw. I couldn't draw to save my life. So oops, I forgot to tighten these. They're gonna get all over the place. Whoopsie. All right, so I'm gonna show you how I pick up a stamp. So you take your stamping polish. Stacy, I missed a question from, can you use the sticky base over gel polish? Yes, you can. I typically don't. So if you're stamping over gels, if you leave that tacky dispersion layer from the gel base on your nails and don't wipe it off, you can just stamp over it, directly over it. But what you want to make sure you're doing though, is you really want to make sure you clean off your plate, because that can have, or not your plate. You really want to make sure you clean off your stamper, because that can have gel residue on it. So I would actually recommend, just because of like, you know, gel allergies and stuff, I'd recommend wiping off the tacky layer of the gel and then doing your stamping with a sticky base. And then you can do gel base over top of your stamp once it's totally dried. So let me show you, Rosa. I'm going to show you how we do this stamp to pick up the image. So you take your stamping polish, and I'm going to pick up this little one here. You put just enough to cover the image. Now I put too much. So let's see what's going to happen if I can scrape down firmly enough. And then you take your stamper and roll over the image. So you can see, I'm trying to get where you guys can see. Okay, so you can see right there, I picked up my image. Now let me take the tape. I'm going to show you what I normally do. So this is what the tape that I use in all my videos. It's just like cheap masking tape from who knows where, I don't know. Probably Amazon, because everything. Ah, dang it. Come on, fingers. Okay. All right, so now you would just go like this with a little bit of tape to get off the other images that picked up with it. And this is it. This is the little image that you can color in. So like I let this dry and color this in, but if you want to, I could have just stamped it right down onto a nail. But I didn't. So that's how I get all this. So these stamping plates are how you quote unquote draw your images. Hi, Haley. Oh, you're welcome, Stacy. I did dip. These are all dip nails. They are dipped with dip powder, but I did dip with gels just because it was faster and I was rushing today after I left work before I went to pick up my kids. So you can do this over, you can do this over nail polish, over gel polish, over, you could stamp over builder gel. You know, you can really stamp over pretty much anything, which is great. Oh, yeah, you just started stamping? Yay, that's awesome. Stamping is super fun. Okay, now we're going to go and we're going to show you how you can pretend like this, because we tried doing it here and I didn't let it dry long enough. So I'm going to show you here. You can do your sticky base. The only way to not use sticky base is if you stamp immediately after you pick up the image while it's still wet. So I'm going to, oh crap, I'm dropping stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna let this dry. So I don't know if you guys can see, it still looks pretty shiny. So you don't want it to be dry. If your sticky base dries, this isn't gonna stick. Neither will this. If your sticky base is too wet, it's not going to stick well. So like it's still too wet. I can tell because when I press my glove in, it like really made an imprint, versus it should just like barely be tacky. It's just, I mean, it should just be tacky, not so wet. I think I normally wait, I usually count to like 20 and then touch it. But, and you know, on my hands are probably warmer. Okay, so then you just press it down and there you go. So there's your stamped image. Oh, these, oh my gosh, this plate is so gorgeous. I am going to use it so many times. It's Tropic Like It's Hot from Uber Chic. Oh, love this. And for anybody who's just jumping on, they're having a sale right now that is up to 50% off. I just went and bought, I think like, I bought 7 more plates. Yeah, no shame in my stamping game. Okay, so this is stamped on, and now we're gonna do, so we're gonna try to do this one. Okay, so you wanna let you could literally do your stamps one day, let them dry all night. I mean, they don't need that long, but you could let them dry overnight, and then as long as you put sticky base down, you could apply it the next day. So I know some people like to do their stamping polish the day before, or do all their images so that like they don't feel rushed. I don't do that. I don't have enough time to do that between work and kids. There's just no way that I could do that. I'd love to. I'd love to do have all my stamped images out and ready to go. All All right, so I just did the sticky base down and you can see it's still super shiny. Oh, this is Uber Chic. This one is, the plate is Uber Chic. These little stampers here are from Maniology. And then some of my polishes are a combination of clear jelly stamper and then Uber Chic. I forgot about this. I have discount codes for clear jelly stamper and Maniology. They're both Nicole and 10. And I don't have any for Uber Chic, but they are running a sale. And then the other ones, you can use that. Okay, so now this looks like it's just tacky. So let's take our reverse stamp. It's all dry. I touched it, not coming up. And squish it on there. And look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, I feel like, what's that one? It's when, what's her name? Kris Jenner's like, oh, look at that. I don't know. I feel like I heard that audio all over like TikTok or Instagram. Okay. And look at this. Like, how beautiful is this? Okay. I can't draw. I can't draw to save my life, but I can do this. And I taught myself how to do this. So let's go back to this one. So now this is done, it's set, it's dried. Here's what you're gonna wanna do. And where is it? Okay. If you only, oh man, I keep dropping, keep hitting everything. If you only wanna use nail polish to do it, what you can do is you can take your smudge-free top coat, apply it over, let it dry, and then use a super shiny nail polish top coat because this one is not super shiny. Oh crud. I don't have my super shiny nail polish top because my daughter stole it to do her nails. So we're just gonna have to top with this. I was using Seche Vide Fast Dry top coat, but I really like how shiny it is and it stays shiny, but it peels, which I don't like. Okay, so then you're just gonna float it. And what floating means is when the brush barely touches, like barely touch it, just to get over it so that it seals it in. Oh, look at that. I mean, this one's not like not shiny, it's just not as shiny as a super shiny. I know, daughters, right? That's right, she's so sweet. She can steal my nail polish. She calls it our nail room. Okay. So now this is going to dry, and then once the smudge-free top coat dries, then you can go with a shiny nail polish top coat. And I'm going to give you a couple different options. So let's say that you want to use gels. You would skip the smudge-free top coat altogether and just go right in, floating the gel base over it, fully cure, gel top, fully cure, and boom, that's it, you're done. If you don't want to use nail polishes, if you want to use gels. If you want to use dip liquids to top coat, I came up with a way. I have not seen anybody else do it ever, so I'm saying it right here that I came up with this. Once you do your smudge-free top coat over top of the image, you let it totally dry, at least 5 minutes, preferably 10. Then you can go in with your dip liquids, your activator, and your top coat and do your top coating exactly how you would normally. So for anybody who dips and doesn't want to use gels, this is how I get my stamps to stay, by using dip liquids. So let me pull out a thing of my dip liquids. Okay. If you dip, so let me grab out a dip powder too. Okay, so this is dip powder for anybody who doesn't dip. It's just this beautiful, this is a color. Oh, look at that blue. This is sitting out because I want to use it. These are from OG dip powder. So you've already done your mani, you've done your dips, you've activated it. Hold on, I can't. You wouldn't have to encapsulate the image with clear first using this process. Nope, no ma'am. This is a process that I came up with that you don't have to use clear dip powder over top of the stamps. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I just, I don't have that kind of time. I don't have the patience to then do clear dip powder over top. So what you can do is once this, see, like it's not dry yet. Once this smudge-free top coat dries, and I prefer 10 minutes to dry, I keep a separate. Now I actually haven't contaminated. I've tried it with OG dip powder liquids and then CN designer dip powder liquids, and it has not contaminated either one of those. I don't know if it would contaminate other brands, but both of those dip liquids, when I do this method, you can use the top coating like normal. So once this smudge-free top coat totally dries, at least 10 minutes, then all I do is I literally pretend like there's not even anything there, and I go through and I do my top coating like I normally would with activator and top coat, and boom, that's it. It was like game changing for me, because I was just like, yeah, there's no way I'm gonna have like time to then go back and clear top coat it. It worked so well. So that's how I do that. And you can see now that it's drying, it's not quite as shiny. So, and look at how this one turned out. Our reverse stamp turned out so nice. The only other one I wanted to show you guys was doing a layered stamped image. So I'm not gonna do all that because that's a lot of layers. And it's like bedtime. It's almost bedtime for me. So we're gonna take the little yellow nail right here, this bright yellow. Obviously I'm like feeling the bright summer colors with this plate and the colors that I picked here. These are both white. This is like a milky white, and then bright pink and neon pink and neon yellow. These are all OG dip powders. I can't talk. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys this last one before we look at any of the rest of these, and then we'll talk about them all. All right, so I'm going to take the right, it makes your nails too thick, Colleen. Totally. Okay, so oops, I need to put just a teeny bit more. I didn't quite put enough. There was like a weird glare, so I couldn't see what I was doing. Okay, so scrape down, and then whoop, whoop, roll. Oh, crud, I didn't roll enough. Okay, no problem. No problem. If you didn't roll enough that picked it up, just go like this. Okay, and now, where's my little cotton balls? Okay, let's do this. Let's clean our plate real quick. Okay, no big deal. Come on, dry fast, dry fast, dry fast. Okay. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, so put my polish down. And scrape. Now I'm gonna oh crud. I'm gonna roll. Keep rolling. All right, that's a little bit better. Not a great pickup, but I'm also not like trying super hard. Okay, so now that it's still wet, press it down and it's sticking. All right, so now we're gonna pick up this little white pineapple-y thingy for the top. Okay, and scrape and roll. Okay, so now we definitely have to get our tape out to make sure that we're not accidentally like putting a little arrow or anything on. Let's see if I can line this up. Let's see if I'm getting in frame. So push that down. Ooh, look at that. How cute is that? And then you could do, oh my gosh, that's so cute. So you can follow the arrows. I love when plates are like this. So then you do the little, whatever that thing is. What's the top of the pineapple called? I don't know. I can't remember. I have CRS, you know, that disease where you can't remember shit. It's like my permanent brain. All right, so let's try scraping this way. I scraped really craptastically. All right, scrape like this. Oh my gosh. Okay, I just went down. That's all right. That's all right. Let's see. Okay. And then we're going to put the little, whoop. This is really sad. This one's so sad. Okay, what'd she say? What is that thing you just used? Oh, so I have a lint roller right here. That's how I get like the stampers clean quick. And then I'm using, where'd my tape go? And then I'm just using a piece of masking tape from like a cheap, I got this big thing of cheap masking tape, like a 3-pack. I think it was from Amazon. And that's what I used to like take it off this. Okay. You can also use Scotch tape. They're both sticky, so they pick up whatever. Yeah. Yep. Okay. And then let's see, what color can I do that? I don't know if pink, how well pink will show up. Boop. To do the little sunglasses. Oh, crud muffins. Ah, I tried sticking some of the polish back on. I scraped too hard. We'll see what happens. All right. I mean, most of it's missing. Oh, dang it. All right. We're just going to go with it. You know, we're just practicing. Okay. So take that off. Take that off. Now I'm going to put my really sad little sunglasses on. The part of them are missing. Okay. I mean, I did a really craptastic job on this one. Like, I was just throwing it on, but that's basically how you do layered images. When I'm doing them on my own nails, I obviously take my time a little bit more and I do it a little bit nicer. Terry! Hello, friend. I'm so glad to see you. I am still on. I don't even know what time it is. Can somebody tell me what time it is in Eastern Standard Time, since that's what I'm in? Okay, we're gonna clean off the plate and then just do a little final chitty chat through to talk about, you know, some tips and tricks. So anytime that you need to clean off your plate in between stamping, you just take, I have my, oh, it's 8:58. Perfect. I want to be done around 9. Nice. So I can still go to bed early. Okay, so you just take your, this is pure acetone, and you just wipe your plate off. That's it. Oh man, I'm gonna get this thing all dirty. Dang it. Oh well, I'll have to clean that with some cleaner. And now your plate is ready to go again. And that is how, now some people, okay, see how it's kind of streaky? Some people, yay, you need to try. You'll have to let me know how it goes. And if you have any questions, I always check the comments of my YouTube videos. So feel free to comment anytime. I check them daily so that, you know, I don't miss any questions people have or need help with. Some people don't like their stamping plate to look all streaky like this. So this is why they keep isopropyl alcohol, because if you spray it and then, you know, clean it off nicer, it'll give it that like prettier shine again. Do I care? No. I don't care if my stamping plates are a little streaky, because it doesn't matter. They still work. So I'll show you guys. I'm going to show you some of the stamping stuff I have. Okay. This is one little thing that I'm filling up with all these like little miniature plates that I've gotten. These are like mostly my like AliExpress, Temu type ones. Then I got, I don't even know where I got this. This one, oh crap, it's so heavy. This one is full of plates, lots of plates in here. If I was smart, I would have organized everything by season. Did I do that? Definitely not. Definitely not. And then, oh crud, I forgot how heavy these are. And I just got this new one from Maniology. Like, look how stinking cute this is, okay? Look at all these. I've got so many. There's a lot that need used. Do I have like 20 Halloween ones? Yes. Did I buy more Halloween plates again? Yes. I can't stop buying Halloween plates. Oh, the happy, oh, Kim, hi. Hi. Okay. Yeah. And I still have more stamping plates, but let's not talk about it. It's fine. It's a hobby. It's cheaper than a therapist, which, you know, I mean, I still go to a therapist, so I guess I can't really use that excuse, but still, it's cheaper than therapy. All right, so let's talk about these little doodads here and how they all turned out. So this is what we learned for this one. If your sticky base is too wet, your image is going to not stick. If it's too dry, your image is not going to stick. So this was like where the correct dryness, that's what she said, of the sticky base is, which is why the image laid down nicely. When we're doing reverse stamping, you let your initial image dry totally on your stamper. And then you can use either a little nail art. Hey, Becca, you can use a little nail art brush or toothpicks. Some people like to use dotting tools. My big clumsy hands are way too big and clumsy to use dotting tools. I prefer something really skinny and tiny like this. Claudia, hi friend. Yes. Hi. Yep, we're still live for a few more minutes. So that's how I fill in reverse stamps. This was my, these two are my, this one's not so sad. This was my sad attempt at a layered stamp. I just was not like doing it very nicely, but you guys got the idea of how you can just layer the images on top of each other. Same thing we did with this one, layering two images. So typically when you're layering images, your main base of the image at the bottom is the like fullest, thickest type image. And that takes a while to learn. So if you're going for what's the easiest, starting out with just a very simple little stamp, I mean, look at that. Look how beautiful that is. So that is why I recommend getting black and white as your basics, just because you're going to use them so much. I mean, I pretty much use black and white in at least either black or white in pretty much every stamp design that I do, at least to an extent, I use it. So, and then this one was when we let the sticky base dry to the correct like tackiness, where it wasn't too wet and it wasn't dry, so this image laid down beautifully. Okay, Terry, what are you using to stick the tips onto the stamps? Oh, or onto the, okay, let me pull what I have. Oh, where is that? It's these things. So they're these little clear dots. I got them off Amazon. And you stick it down, and then this part of the tacky tape stuff pulls up. It's somewhere on, I'll have to remind me, and I'll put that. Oops, it's sticking to me. They work great. They work so well. So no problems with that. And these, I freaking love this one. I love this press on. Can you please tell people the name of the plate and the company you used tonight? Oh, sure, absolutely. Okay, I think I said at the beginning. This is the Uber Chic Tropic Like It's Hot plate. Oh, so gorgeous. I will probably be using it in my next mani. And then some of the polishes that I used tonight were the Uber Chic Pure Black, Essential White, and then I busted out my clear jelly stamper, which I love these polishes as well. Let me see what ones I used. I think I used all these. Okay, so I used a whole bunch of neon ones. I used neons 5, 7, 6, and 1. I can't remember how big the neon pack is. Okay, wait, let me see. I have another neon. I use a bunch of I got this whole neon pack because neon summer, obviously, great. So these were all the ones I used. And then these little stampers were from Maniology. And oops, I forgot to close this. The sticky base and smudge free top are also from Maniology. I have clear jelly stamper, sticky base too. I just happened to grab the Maniology. And then I used both the Mani Mask from Maniology and the Uber Chic Nail Art Barrier when I have these on my skin. They're both latex free, which is why I use them. So I used, okay, let me tell you this before I jump off. I use this Paween one. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. I use this one. Look at this. Wait, I have to show you guys. Okay, look at this. Look at that. That's disgusting. This is literally what happened to the Paween latex free. It's gross. I purposely didn't throw it out though. Look at this one, how nice it is. And it's latex free. No problems. And I'll show you the Maniology one. No problems. Not sticky and gross. And like, I was super disappointed in the Paween one. So don't waste your money on this. go with one of these. So I think that's it. If you guys have any questions, I'll make sure that once this posts, I make sure I leave everything in the description so you know what all I used. And if I forgot anything, yes, and make sure when you're watching this video, there is a giveaway associated with this video. Anybody who comments up until Sunday, I can't remember the date of Sunday. I don't even know what day today is. Maybe the 24th or 25th. I don't know. Sunday at 8 p.m. That's when the giveaway is going to close with SJ3 design. So make sure you comment on this. SJ3 is the one who they do all these like awesome little nail accessory type things. So like the press-on stands, my lint holder. What else do I have from them? Oh, I did. This is great. These little finger rests, the 28th, thanks Colleen. So I use their little finger rests when I'm doing my nails. They also have these liquid holders. So I use these as well when I'm doing my manis. I just didn't have them out because I'm not doing my nails. So I didn't bring them out. So thank you everybody for joining me tonight and talking all about how to do beginner stamping. And if you have any questions, please leave them for me. Thanks everyone. Have a good night. Bye.